Take two.
Poo.
I thought we
You're
were going to
Jude.
avoid it.
Yeah, mate. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Chat Fam. I'm Sam.
I'm Emirza.
And I'm Oya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Achi-cha-cha-cha. Sorry.
What's that rush hour? The one that you were saying.
Jotai.
Very well. Anyway,
Yeah,
guys, while you're here, don't forget, if you're on YouTube, click that subscribe button. If you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts, make sure you share us, make sure you follow us, and do all of that jazz, mate. Anyway,
Right, get
how
in
we all
there.
doing here today?
Pretty well.
Pretty well, pretty
Well,
swell.
mate.
What are you guys
Well,
up to? Or what have you been up to? Nothing? Just nothing?
Well, nothing
Come on,
exciting.
you gotta spice up your lockdown lives, you know? It's starting to become part of our daily routine.
I know, right? Well,
I
I was
will-
saying to these guys, I had bubble tea for the first time today since lockdown. I felt like I was losing pearls, like,
Pearls.
you know what I mean? Like cells, but
Yeah.
pearls.
my
Because I
God.
haven't had it in so long. But yeah, it was amazing. I felt like not having it for 2 months made it that much more like
Chef's kiss.
delicious. Or yeah,
Kiss. Yep.
chef's kiss, mate. Chef's kiss.
Oh my
That was my highlight of the day.
oh my God. How about you, Mirza?
Well, I think for me, I woke up earlier this morning.
You want to guess what time I woke up?
Instead of waking up 11, I woke up at 10:30 instead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Waduh, alhamdulillah.
Good on you, mate. Alhamdulillah.
Wow. Well,
Proud of you.
yeah, mate. It's me waking up at 1 p.m. today.
Oh my God,
I woke
Sam.
up so late. I slept so late last night. But anyway, I don't know if you guys at home know how long it's been since we've been doing this thing, sitting here talking shit, you know, as the Chat Fam. It's actually our 1 year anniversary episode.
Yay!
So we thought today we'd go back to our roots, you know, to the OG, see how much we've grown. And we're going to kind of have that kind of freestyle kind of style in our podcast to the yo. But yeah, well, let's go back to our roots and talk about, you know, who we are, why we're here, what do we do? You know, we're Indonesian, Australian, Muslims living in Australia. That's who we are.
Yeah, mate.
But yeah, we talked about so many topics so far. What would be your guys like? What's your favorite episode? What would be?
Oh, that's a hard one. Also, FYI, this is non-scripted because if you haven't realized in previous episodes, it's very topic and segment based, and I feel like this episode we just want to just spit out whatever comes out of our mouth.
And you know what you guys should do? You should watch our first episode.
Yeah.
And then
And then relate them back.
Yeah, just to see how we've grown.
But back to your question, Sam. I think my favorite episode would be. Oh, that's a hard one. Just trying to think. Actually, I think our first guest, Nadia.
Yeah, that was a good experience.
That was a very good experience. Yeah,
that was a good experience. Yeah.
I was going to mention, especially when it was our first time filming at a new location as well.
Yes.
So
yeah, that's true. That was a good experience for us to first of all have a guest, but also again to have a new environment and test out the lighting and the audio. Man, when I watch back on those old videos, the audios were so bad. I just didn't know how to maintain all the gain peaks and everything like that. But now it's a lot easier for me, which is great.
And also behind the scenes as well, setting up the table.
Yes. Try to open that door and realize it was broke into somewhere else.
Oh
we
my
actually
God.
broke into another segment of the studio.
Even just like getting the Chat Fam logo onto the TV. Like we weren't able to do that until like maybe like our 5th or 6th episode.
Yeah.
But you know what? Yeah, like that's a good mention, Miz, because I feel like that episode set the tone for how we scheduled like the rest of our episodes. Yeah. We knew to come in an hour earlier to set up everything because we knew something was gonna happen to make us start on time.
It was gonna go wrong.
Just to let you guys know, we were there up late, like till like at least 10 or maybe sometimes 11.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Yeah. It also funny. Set the routine of us getting Maccas after every time, which is so bad. Oh my God.
That's so funny.
Shout out to Nadia.
I would say that would be one of my favorite episodes as well. I think I really enjoyed also shooting back here where this is our studio now. Setting that up for the first time as well was so awkward because we didn't know how to set up the cameras and the table, and we're kind of like squished. And then you can tell like in some episodes like we'd have different angles just to test it out and see what worked well. Honestly, like as tired as I was, probably my favorite would be this Christmas episode.
Oh my God.
Honestly, I was on crack.
We were all delirious. We were very tired. How many episodes did we do that night? I feel like we did like 4 or 5 episodes.
I don't know, but I watched back a couple of days ago and I was cracking up because you could see in my eyes that I was actually dead. Like I was looking into the camera like this and I was slurring and doing this and this, and I'd lean onto Oya to like laugh and stuff like that. Like I was actually wasted.
Also just behind the scenes as well. I think it was before the end of the year. We actually recorded our first episode for the new year at the same time. So we were mentioning like we already went off like to this place. We actually didn't know what we were going to be doing.
Like we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Yeah. Like I think we're going to do this.
Yeah, we just made up shit.
Yeah.
That was funny.
How about you, Oya?
That was so funny. Also, just like because you mentioned like we're talking about our first episode, I also remember me and Mirza going to your house aiming to record at like 7 o'clock. We didn't end up recording till like 9 or 10 because we ate first and your sisters were there. We had dinner do you remember we had Korean barbecue first or something?
Oh yeah, I did remember.
So we didn't end up recording till like super late, like 11. I'm not like we were not in the right frame of mind. It was so bad. We make poor decisions together.
We really do.
Yeah. But anyway, my favorite episode I actually think is like with our mums because it was so cute having them on and just like because it was something we wanted to do from like ages ago. And to just finally get them on, especially like hearing your mum Sam, who was like the most hesitant out of them 3 to come on, and I reckon she was like the star of the show.
Yeah, like, she talked too much, man. I was like, Burrita, calm down there, mate. Just good.
It was good, you know, to like conversate in that space with them because I don't think we've ever like sat down, the 3 of us, and just had that type of conversation with them. So
I found out things about me that I didn't know, like walking around and patrolling and ready to shank, you know. Honestly. Oh, exactly. What a kid.
Yeah. So
I was gonna mention, like, do you guys remember our first time we actually wanted to start this podcast?
Yes. We're having cake barbecue at mine.
I was at yours.
Yeah. It was when we were allowed to visit people's houses because the restrictions had eased. And
then I just remember we were just talking a lot and like, why don't we just start a podcast? I just remember that just coming around, and all of a sudden I think we had a group chat with like, I think you mentioned it, Sam, like, oh, I really want to start this podcast, can we just buy a mic and just do it? That's how it happened.
That's what I'm like. I like to just make those quick decisions and be like, this is what we're doing. Did you guys feel hesitant at all, or was it just something that was like, oh yeah, that makes sense?
I think for me, like, I was a little bit hesitant just thinking of what we're going to be discussing and talking about, especially when we were talking about our daily lives, etc. So I was a bit hesitant, and I was like, you know what, why not, just do it. Like, you only live once, so just do it.
Yeah, exactly. How about you, Aya?
Yeah, no, same. I feel like there was no hesitancy. Is that a word? I just, because I just felt like it literally, I mean, podcasts are just like conversations you have with mates. And I know like our ones are always weird and funny. So I was just like, I don't think, I didn't want to overthink it. I was just like, let's just have fun, let's just do it. No, it was good.
Yeah.
Good.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I
was just gonna say, like, because on our first episode I thought it would be good to answer those questions again in terms of like why we wanted to start it and like what we hope to achieve, because I think it would be good for us to like re-answer those questions again. But so I think we covered the why because we just thought it would be funny and like we always have such hilarious conversations.
And also we just want to discuss about just being Muslim, also Indonesian, and just discussing more of our culture, I guess.
Because you don't like what we were saying before, you don't hear a lot about Indonesians, it's like the Asians that we hear about in most part of the world. Sorry, I'm just doing my typical Sam thing and burping in the middle of my sentences. Like keep throwing up in my mouth. No, I'm joking.
Oh my god.
But like you don't hear about like Indonesians. So, all you know about Indonesia is like Bali, party, Bintangs. But it's interesting. We're growing the community like pretty well, and I think that's one of the outcomes that we wanted to achieve as well, is to expand that community and spread our not only like the knowledge about like Indonesian Muslims, Australians, but also like our chatness. Like we want everyone to be as chatted as us as well and have fun with it.
Embrace the weirdness.
Embrace the weirdness, mate.
Embrace the weirdness.
No, that's true. I think that's a good answer to what we wanted to achieve. We just felt like there was an empty space where we weren't being represented, or just like a fun, like easygoing place for someone to just come on and be like, oh, these guys are funny, but I also like that they're bringing in their culture into this, So I think that was like probably our number one kind of goal in doing this, right?
Even recently as well, for those of you who follow us on Instagram, we've been posting like those posts about random Indonesian things, like eating rice with everything, and then like you get some people who reply and like can relate to that, because it's such an Indo thing. Like it is still an Asian thing, but there's some things that are just so Indo. I don't know, like I saw a post the other day. What was it about? It was about the fucking, what was it called, the bucket again that you use?
Gayung?
The gayung, like I think the post said how to confuse rich people, and it was like it was a collage of like those type of like photos of like a goyang, and like when your shampoo bottle starts to get emptied, you guys put water in it so that you must and shit like that, and like sauces, you put them upside down in the fridge and you leave it there, and it's like man, that's so funny.
I saw, you know what, that reminds me, I saw a funny one the other day of like, I don't know if this was necessarily an Indo thing, it might be an Asian thing, but like when you were a kid and you bought new shoes, your mum would always check by putting her finger at the edge of the shoe.
Oh, yeah.
It's so random.
Doesn't everyone do that anyways? Or is that Asian?
I do that. I don't think it's an
I
Asian
don't think
thing.
I've seen a white person, like when I used to go shopping.
That's the same.
I don't recall like the shoe person doing that. Like my mum would always do it. She's like, "Where's your toe?" Just pressing against it. That's funny.
I was gonna say like, no, my mate used to work at like athletics, what is it? And then he did that to me, but then again he's Asian, so
there you go.
Oh, that's funny. I never thought about that.
Oh,
it's
a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
What's a lead-up question after this? I don't know.
I know. What? Because I know you guys hated it the first time. And
come on. I already know what it is.
But honestly, this is a good one to bring back because I feel like in this year that we've been doing this podcast, we've learned so much more about each other. So I feel like our words will be different now, right? Yeah.
It'll be the same. Chat, and chat.
I think I learned a lot about you, Oya.
God, no, but see, let's do it. So who should do who? But like, I think
you should do who. You should.
I think we should just do the same people like last time. So I did you, Sam. You did me. Oh yeah, you did.
Okay.
Sam.
Okay. Who wants to kick off?
Who did it first? I don't know.
Go, Emirza.
Oh, okay. So for you, Oya, I think you're very gummus. You're very like just want to strangle someone. That's what I realized about you.
Goodness. You want to throw punches.
I think we're all like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And second one. I don't want to mention. Oh no, I'm not going to mention that.
You can't say clumsy.
No, just say it, Mirza. This is the chat fam.
I think there's two things. Maybe clumsy / multitasking.
What? What? How is that a slash? They're not related at all.
I think it means what? She can't multitask or she can?
Are you basically saying I can't do anything? I'm incapable of doing things because I'm clumsy and I can't multitask. Wow, I feel like I'm in a performance review for the chat fam right now.
Getting shit on.
I know, right?
Have we told a story about when we went hiking together?
Yes, we have told it countless times. Oh my god. People get it, mate. Can you say something nice about me for once?
Well, I would say that you're a very happy person who always likes to share your happiness around. So you definitely bring joy, especially when working. Especially working with you in the past year or so before I left. So that's what I realized about you. You like to bring joy. So.
Thanks, Mizzy. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one after clumsy.
Ignore the clumsy and multitasking part.
Nah, mate, too late. You already mentioned it.
Too late, mate. Too late.
All right. Who's next?
Wait, who does who now?
I think I did Mirza.
Okay, you go do Mirza.
Oh, so you're a cunt and you're not joking. I think from doing this podcast, I've learned that you're very organized. Like you like to plan things and
spread master.
Yeah, spread master. And like God. You're so connected with everything, like with everyone, you know what's going on, and you know you're like in the loop about everything. You're always in the loop about something, and it's like me and Oya are always like, huh, what?
True.
Yeah. Even though like you're the oldest out of us three, like me and Oya feel like we're the youngest in terms of like you're always knowing what's up and we're just here being on chat and clueless.
Honestly, I still feel like I'm in my early 20s, to be honest. So it doesn't feel like I'm old.
Yeah, mate. Get in there.
Yeah, mate.
But kind words, thank you.
Yeah. And then I don't know. That was the second one. The third one is also like I think we all share the same thing. Was it just two? Or was it three? I'm pretty sure there was three.
It's three.
Oh, was it three?
Yeah.
The mums
was two.
Three, mate.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think the third one would be just the same with all of us. Like we just share happiness. I think that's why we get along so well. Like when we get together, we're always just, laughing. Like now I have a headache because I just laughed for like a straight 5 minutes. But yeah.
Oh my God.
I forgot what I said on the first episode, so I don't know. We'll need to go back and see what I said about you.
You called me a rabbit's foot.
Oh yeah, because you're so lucky with everything.
That's
And you
true.
didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, it's like a rabbit's foot. Like, why am I a rabbit's foot?
Just a foot.
Oh my
That's
God.
it. Oh
Just
man.
a foot.
All
All
right.
right. Okay.
Neck.
Saya, Nick, Sam. Okay, what have I learned in this year? Okay, I think Sam, you are like you're very much a go-getter. Like if you want something, you will get it. You know what I mean? Which is good. You have a very positive attitude when you're doing something that you want to do. If that makes sense. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Motivated.
Motivated. When you want to do something, you do it. That's what kind of person you are. Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
I'm terrible.
Man.
What else? I'd also say you're thoughtful, as in like I feel like you always do think about others before your own self.
Yeah.
I was gonna say also like forgetful though, because there's been so many times you have forgotten things. Like, I don't know if you guys know, Insight, Sam had to buy another USB thing because she lost it.
Yeah, I remember that.
On Mirza's birthday, she left her sunglasses on her car and we drove all the way from the hotel to a cafe. And luckily it stayed on the top of the roof. So she sometimes forgets things here and there. But that's okay, Sam. We love you for it.
I forget things. It's like really weird scenarios. Man, that freaking I can't believe those glasses stayed on my roof.
How did they even manage to stay on the freaking
We
roof?
drove for like what, 2 minutes and he was still there.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was lucky actually. It's probably because Mirza was in the car.
Yeah, he had his foot out.
If Mirza wasn't there, he would have flown.
Yeah. He's a rabbit's foot.
My rabbit's foot.
Oh man.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's it. That was 3, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like doing this podcast, I've seen how you work as well, which you're very you know what you're doing, basically.
Thanks, Jot.
Oh mate.
Man. What's next? We said that same thing. Mate. Oh.
What else did you do? Oh, Mirza, this is a good one. What's been your favorite word or Indo phrase you've learned?
Yes. Do you even remember? Yeah, look at him.
He's like, none.
Geography.
Oh my God, geography.
You know what was one of my favorite Indo word of the day moments was the grande one, wasn't that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
It was
Raya.
great.
It was Raya. Yeah, great. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was a good one. I also liked, I remember on our Aussie episode, we did barbecue and it ended up being barbecue. That was so bad. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, you came to a realization like it's very common to English like words.
Which is why you should be speaking better Bahasa. Yeah?
Maybe. I'm good with my history. My geography.
This guy.
Yeah. I think out of the 3 of us, Mirza has the best like general knowledge of
honestly. I'm probably the worst.
You've won one game, but then again,
out of like a tiebreaker from a tiebreaker.
But again, there was one game that you were meant to win because you.
The Friends one. It was supposed to be a tie.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. What would be your favorite blooper? Because I love putting my bloopers in the YouTube videos.
Everyone loves our bloopers too.
Yeah.
Blooper.
One of the most memorable ones was Nadia's one. When I couldn't do my intro and like she clapped like 18 times or something like that. Yeah, that was a good one.
Just going back on that episode, that was like even though it was our first time having a guest, it was like we didn't know how to introduce our guest, so we got her to like
we got her to walk in.
like it's like the Ellen show or something. Like,
yeah. It's like wrestling. We got her to walk in. Oh my god.
Yeah, like an intro.
Yeah.
One of my other favorite ones would again be the New Year's and Christmas one.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Where we took another shot. We did another take and I went all the way back like 20 minutes beforehand to a topic we were talking about. And we died.
Funny.
Like Mirza was like twitching. He was having a seizure on the side because he couldn't handle it.
Yeah. It's like, what are you talking about? We already discussed this.
Oh my god, that's funny.
That was hilarious. And I feel you guys should know we've never recorded after a working day ever again since that episode.
Should we watch some? Like I feel like we can look back on some episodes, can we?
We could.
Yeah, I'm trying to also think like highlights. Like what was some good
highlights?
Like I feel like Aldi's reveal will always be
I was gonna mention that like Aldi's like they got very intimate in like discussing their private lives and stuff, which is like good on them, like just saying that out loud.
Yeah, for sure. I've also liked having like the different people with different backgrounds. So like we had and a lot of them were your mates, Sam, like Beck.
Yeah.
And
Irma.
Yeah.
And, yeah. What chance
it's good to have like
of them to come
it's
up.
good to have a good perspective on other cultures.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they're very similar to Indonesian kind of listyle or kind of cultures as well. So
yeah, like upbringing, quite
similar. Very similar. I was going to say instead of like showing our first rehearsal, we may end the episode right now, but this is more of a two-part series to our anniversary. So if you guys want to continue, keep following us on YouTube, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and all our channels, and we'll post this episode next week. So keep listening. But do we have an Indo word of the day?
How do you? Maybe we should do 1 year.
Ooh.
So that way I don't have to Google that.
Do you know what it is, Sam? You did, right?
Yeah.
Actually, do you know how to say anniversary?
It'd just be anniversary.
Wait, Mirza, you know?
No, I was gonna say, would it be? I probably know the first one. Satu.
Yeah, mate.
But I don't know what year is.
Sam?
Down.
Tahun.
Tahun.
Satu tahun.
Yeah. Satu tahun.
I don't know how to say anniversary though.
Anniversary. So why don't we just keep that for the next episode?
Yeah.
Anniversary will be our next episode.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening. Hope you continue hearing us and watching us for our 2-part series. Anyways, my name's Emirza. I don't know what I'm hosting.
My name is Sam.
And I'm Moya.
All right. See you next week. Thank you for the support.
Yeah.
1 year support.
Bye.